All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Sports Circus. I am Lenny Adkins, the voice of the people. I am your host today. The ringmaster of the Sports Circus, Sal Tuzolino, is not available, but I know that Sal is around in parts unknown working. That man is a hard-working man in radio. I wanted to let you know right now that this segment of the Sports Circus is brought to you by the American Business Trust Company. They specialize in startup consulting, sales and marketing, corporate strategy, and venture capital. Visit them online at abtrustco.com or call them at 657-600-1876. That's the American Business Trust Company, 657-600-1876. Call them today. They can help your business right now. So, guys, we wanted to talk a little bit about some NBA, and we're not talking about the finals. What we're talking about is, let's just call it a ball of nonsense, okay? And yes, we have to bring up Lonzo Ball, okay? The reason why we're bringing him up, and typically we don't want to, but all this stuff where he talked about how he wanted to work out for the Lakers, he wants to be with the Lakers, he wants to be a Laker, he wants to play in his hometown, he wants to be around the fans that know him. You know, this is where he grew up, this is where he has his roots. Anybody would want that. Anybody would want that. But you know what, kid? You and your dad, you guys got to be able to fall wherever you are drafted. Me personally, I want him to go to Boston. I want Boston to stick it to them so bad. I want him to not only go to Boston, then I want Danny Ainge to do some leprechaunish trade, and I want him to trade him over there to the Charlotte Hornets, okay? I want him to be traded over there so that he has to deal with Michael Jordan, okay? The Hornets, right. Let's go old school with that. That's what we want him to do. We want him to go and sit in a meeting with Michael Jordan and say, so, hey, Michael, you know, you got your shoes and, you know, and I got my shoes. Why don't we talk, man? We got a lot in common. No, kid, we've got nothing in common. We've got like not one thing in common. In fact, I came out of college. You may have like maybe, no, we would be drafted the same draft pick, you know, number 2 in the draft. But we have nothing in common because I'm coming out as a superstar and you're coming out as a potential. A potential. That's what you are, Lonzo Ball. You are a potential. Your dad is a complete crack as whack, okay? Your dad is a headache. Your dad, you know, disrespects women. Your dad disrespects people in general. Your dad has a golden opportunity to make you look good, but it's always directed at him. It's always directed at your dad. It's about your dad. It's about his ideas, his entrepreneur, okay? That's stinking up the joint. This guy's not an entrepreneur. He is an entrepreneur. He is a guy that couldn't handle making it on an NFL team. He made it on practice squads. He made it overseas, but he didn't really cut it in the NFL. You do not say his name, and you say that this is a guy that is a household item. This is a guy that I have his card in a collection. This is a guy that I want to come up and I want to take a selfie with this guy because this guy just has mad game and he's part of the history books. He's not. Your dad has a chance to do you a favor and just do his thing and leave Big Baller out of the picture. Getting to you, Lonzo, this is ridiculous, man. I see something on ESPN lately. That's right. I saw it on ESPN. Okay? You talking about how you were talking with Magic Johnson. Magic. Okay? The guy is known by one name. You're I don't know, what are you going to be? Zobal or, you know, the all great Zohan? Whatever you're going to be. You know, you don't really have a nickname yet. Please spare us all and do not come up with a nickname yourself, okay? That's weak when you do something like that. The only one that did that I know of that disrespected the game was the Black Mamba, okay? He was the self-proclaimed Black Mamba because nobody came up with a credible name for him, okay? The only one better than that was Muhammad Ali, the greatest of all time, but he proved that he was the greatest of all time. And Kobe, yeah, I guess you could have been called the Black Mamba because you ended up being a snake to your wife, okay? So chew on that, Kobe. Other than that, here comes Lonzo. He's with the Magic Man. And then he's talking like, oh yeah, we were talking about comparing my game to his game and how similar it is. And then they're showing highlights of Magic Johnson doing these no-look passes, these strong passes through every defense that you can see. And then Lonzo's talking, I don't know, man. We got to come up with his name like Lonsense or Nonzo. Nonzo would be good, because it's nonsense and his end of his name is Zo. So I'm going to start calling him Nonzo, okay, because he's nonsense. Talking to Magic about they have games that are similar styles. Oh, yeah, Magic. Magic was telling me that, he gets the ball, and from the time he got the ball, he could survey everybody out there on the floor, and he knew where everybody was. He knew where everybody would be by the time he got the rebound, by the time he got down to the other end of the court, to the rack, to the rim. Magic knew where everybody would be on his team and where the defenders would be as well. That's Magic, okay? That is magical, and that's why he earned that nickname, coming out of high school into college. Magic Johnson. You are Nonzo from now on in the sports circus for me, okay? The voice of the people has declared it, so let it be. We are doing the town crier. Your name now is Nonzo Ball from now on. Because when you come up and you're saying that, oh yeah, Matt, it's almost like you're saying, oh yeah, Magic and I were kicking it. We're talking about how my game is similar to his game. Really? Really? Your game is similar to Magic Johnson's game. How about you step on the hardwood a little bit? How about you get a little bit of humility under your belt? How about doing that? How about lacing up the sneakers, your big baller brand? How about getting that, and doing something in your career first? And be a little bit humble, kid. Why don't you say, it was just an honor to be with Magic Johnson, and I just feel so humbled to be around Magic Johnson, and not say it like, oh yeah, Magic and I were kicking it, and Magic and I were, it's almost like, we're homies. Magic and I are homies, and Magic and I are just kicking it, and Magic and I are just, breaking out a Pepsi, and we're talking about similar endorsements. What a fool to think that, okay? He's an absolute fool. Nonzo, can you please stop the nonsense and just kick it and act like you belong, act like you're appreciative being in the NBA, and that you're blessed with some talent, and that you're going to be going places. And you're going to be going places on somebody else's dollar and dime. You know who that is? Take a guess. Us. Okay? Us, the fan. You wouldn't have that sweet gig. You wouldn't have your baller brand shoes. You wouldn't have these endorsements. You wouldn't have, everybody else coming to you if it weren't for us coming to the game, supplying that need, supplying that support. We are the support, okay? We are the support. We are the people, and the people have spoken, okay? Now, why don't you listen? Oh, hey, did you hear that? Oh, wait, let me get both ears. Did you hear? Yeah, I just heard that. Right now, guys, I'm going to release something to you that you probably have not heard except right here in the Sports Circus. The Clippers will be going hard after the King after next year. The King will be, 33 or 34 by that time. Still able to play. The man, he has been a man-child since he came out of high school, okay? So the King has a lot of homes, but he has a big home, and he has his family out in Los Angeles. Would that not make sense that LeBron James would want to put roots here? And who would he go to? Is he going to go to a team? Now, I'll take this, pending on if Ballmer gets Chris Paul, Blake Griffin signed up. Really don't care about DeAndre Jordan at the moment because that guy can't hit a free throw to save his life or anyone's life. But nevertheless, if we ended up getting King James, then the Clippers have a big three. Oh yeah, Lenny, you just talked about having a big three and stuff. So what? The Clippers have been suffering for decades. And I've been on that sinking ship for longer than most of you have been born, okay? 1978, I started following that team, man, right on the heels of Bob McAdoo, Swen Nader, and World B frickin' Free, okay? Lloyd Free. Had a guy off the bench called Bingo Smith, okay? Better recognize that I know more about Clippers. I've forgotten more about the Clippers than any of you would ever know. And furthermore, we deserve to have somebody like LeBron James to come on board. In fact, I think that he would come on board for virtually nothing. That man is practically in the billionaires club, okay, with a big frickin' B, okay? He goes and kicks it with Jay-Z and Beyonce and everybody else. You know, he's over here with Warren Buffett. Like, the man needs another dime or dollar to his name, but he can come to Los Angeles. I think that he will. I really feel that he will. And you've heard it right there on the Sports Circus first, okay? LeBron James will come to the Clippers. There's no doubt in my mind that he will. By the way, he's boys with Chris Paul. I mean, they are like that, okay? You know, if they weren't born by different mothers, they would be brothers, okay? Real brothers. Like, they'd be coming out of the same womb. They'd love one another, okay? And I would love to have the king reside in Los Angeles and have his royal court in a different stadium. Doggone it, Ballmer, are you listening? You need to get out there and get your own stadium. And yeah, Sal and I have already said we're making a pitch here first at the Sports Circus to have the Clippers be the first official team in Las Vegas. The Vegas slots, baby. Slots. Say it like you mean it. Because everything would just say cha-ching on that. You can do a lot with that. So Las Vegas, get ready, man, because we're the station of the Raider Nation. And we're soon to be the station of the Vegas Clippers. I really feel that. And if we have LeBron James coming out there, man, wouldn't Sal love that? Sal the bookmaker having to do a pitch for the king. I'd love that, Sal. You know I would. And if that comes about, Sal, I'm demanding a dinner from you. All right, guys, you know what? We're going to close this segment right now of the Sports Circus. We will be back in just a few minutes after the sponsorship. Hold on tight.